What's hood with you? This is Opinionated 3000. I'm your host, Mr. Opinionated. Before we jump in this time, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't sleep, so I figured I'd get up and show y'all some love. I found a video that I wanted to do before I went to sleep and decided not to do it because I was pretty tired. But my sinus is messing with me. I'm sniffly all over the place. So I figured I'd come out here and sneeze in y'all face about 15, 20 times. You know how I get down. I'm spreading all of it, whether it's love, sinus infections, it all gets spread. All right. So now we can jump in and see what they got cooking.
Friday, August 9th, 2019, Pomona, California. Nonprofit leader Amos Young is on his way to work and is driving past Freeway 60 on Town Avenue when he sees something suspicious. He decides to make a U-turn to take a closer look.
He observed what appeared to be a group of people unloading something in an area that's known to have problems in the city of Pomona.
It's the fact that this place is known to have problems. Should have told Buddy to mind his damn business already off top. It's just not worth being nosy and end up becoming a victim your damn self just because you trying to do right, which is, it's cool to want to do right, but you got to know where you at too. Understand, just because you want to do right don't mean that's going to change what other people's plans are.
It's concerning. I feel like something isn't right.
This area, which is about maybe a quarter mile long, we're always dealing with the calls for illegal dumping, and it's a never-ending process of maintaining control.
In California, illegal dumping, disposing of garbage, waste, or other matter on public or private property is a crime. So Amos decides to record on his cell phone as three men haul items off a truck and through a hole in a chain link fence.
I didn't know what was inside the containers, but I could smell it wasn't anything good. And that alone.
Now, what do you mean by he could smell it's not anything good? I haven't seen this yet, but I'm going with dead body already off top. How could you smell that something wasn't good? Like, could you smell that it smelled like it was a lot of weed? But even weed nowadays being placed in those smaller containers ain't worth three people going to the end and back for.
Brought me to pause for a moment. They seemed like they were hiding something and afraid to be seen.
The men are...
I'm going to try not to stop it too much. But Buddy, with that white tee on, his tee is way too baggy to have any good intentions. That's how I judge how deep into the hood you are, how baggy your t-shirt is. He looked like Iverson in 99. So yeah, leave him alone.
not happy that Amos stopped to record them. So one of them starts recording him.
He whips out his phone in the same moment, like, I see you and you see me, and I really don't want you here because now I have you on video filming me. And this starts to escalate really quickly.
He pulled out his phone. My concern was that he was calling in some of his buddies from the neighborhood to come to the spot because of whatever he was hiding.
With his eyes locked on Amos, the man marches right up to his car.
At first, I really...
So if you thought he was calling his buddies for like backup, why the hell are you still there? Is it really that serious what they doing? Man, some people need to understand you live a lot longer and a lot more peaceful when you stay in your own lane. Of course, you don't want people in your area doing things that they shouldn't be doing, but you can't put yourself in jeopardy to try to intervene. And right at this point, you just being nosy. They coming. Shit, leave. Hell, you said yourself. At this point, I thought they were calling for backup. That's when you supposed to back up. Shit.
Pulled out his phone. My concern was that he was calling in some of his buddies from the neighborhood to come to the spot because of whatever he was hiding.
With his eyes locked on Amos, the man marches right up to his car.
At first, I really thought he was just walking over to have a conversation. But then...
How you think he wanted to come and talk to you? He looked social to you?
You realize he wanted to fight, but then
up to his car.
At first, I realized to come to the spot because of whatever he was hiding.
Look at Buddy face. There is nothing about how this man looks that says he just wanted to come and say hi. He's videoing you while you're videoing him. Anything past that point is going to be aggression. Come on, man.
With his eyes locked on Amos, the man marches right up to his car.
At first, I really thought he was just walking over to have a conversation. But then you realize he wanted to fight.
This is scary. The man is clearly furious that Amos has interrupted.
Man, dude's eyes look like nobody's home at all. He's not even present in the current situation. He's thinking about past murders and shit.
But then you realize he wanted to fight.
This is scary. The man is clearly furious that Amos has interrupted his plans.
You can see it in his face. He wants
his face don't even look real. It's like there's nothing in there, like no soul kind of thing. Leave dude alone. And he don't want to communicate. He look like he gonna bite a nigga face off, like for real.
crime to go as seamlessly as possible. And now Amos is throwing a wrench in that plan.
He gets very, very upset. He comes up, comes after my driver's door, starts punching, kicking, erratically trying to get inside of the car, pulled on my door handle to try to get to me. There was very little that I could do other than be concerned about making sure that I made it home alive.
Shaken, Amos dials 911.
Hey, you're in Pomona, right?
Yep. I'm at town just before the 60 freeway. A guy walked up to my car and started banging, kicking my car. Looks like they're doing some illegal dumping as well.
Amos doesn't know who these men are or why one of them is attacking him, but he knows he's in danger.
It's unknown what's inside the vehicle. It's unknown if these suspects are on parole, probation, armed with guns or knives.
If I didn't keep my cool, it could turn violent. It already was a level of violence. So I had to keep my cool.
But his attacker is just getting...
Now I don't trust Amos. He should have known to get the hell out of there. I don't trust him. For him to be that young, his name is way too old. Amos, come on now. Come on. Amos, parents, do better. You could have named him anything. His name is way too old for him to be trustworthy. Something ain't right with Amos. And he too nosy.
Being started.
This guy's coming at me with a cement block. I'm terrified.
Stunned, Amos carefully backs his car away from the scene, all the while continuing to relay every detail to 911.
It's a red SUV Durango.
What's the plate?
At that point, I pulled forward to get a better look at the license plate.
It hasn't left yet. Plate is 108R. 108R.
For a split second, Amos thinks this is it. He'll never see his family again.
That rock striking any person could kill them instantly.
I was scared that that cement block was gonna come through the glass and I was gonna die.
Yeah.
I was scared for my life.
But I bet you just, I bet you still just moved back like 10 more feet. That's how niggas named Amos maneuver. We deep into the 2020s. It's 2024 right now. And you haven't changed that name yet? All right now, Rufus. Come on now. Rufus, you tripping. Clyde, what's wrong? What's going on?
I realized at that point, this guy really is not playing.
They just took a brick to my car.
I can't hold back. I owe too much to those that have come before us to clean up our streets. He tries to get away. So I began following this guy, following the truck, and making sure that police knew every second of where they were headed.
They will mess around and lead you to the exact location of where you're going to die. Like straight up. He's tripping.
What's your name, sir?
Amos Young. The vehicle's making a right on Marketplace.
We have a gentleman when he just had someone that threw a brick at his car. Description of the vehicle, it's a red Dodge Durango.
I thought to myself, what if police do not arrive on time? And what am I gonna do?
And Amos still doesn't know if the men are armed.
There was a moment where I stopped and thought, these guys have a gun. These guys have a gun.
Another problem with Cleophas following them like that, if they are doing something like what I thought it was at the beginning, like they were hiding a body or something, him study following them is forcing their hand. It's going to make them say, okay, now we got to take him out to try to get away. You know what I mean? That's how people think when they doing dirt. Like you're forcing their hand. You're making it so that if they did something that was that serious where they could spend the rest of their life in the prison, now they might have to stop you too. Because you obviously going to bring the wrong kind of attention to them, have law coming around. Don't put nobody in a situation where they got to decide between you and them. Because usually they going to pick them. I would think Rufus would understand that.
Amos is risking further harm just by following these men. What if they were leading him to a secluded location where they would hurt him?
Recognizing that I was by myself and being in a city where oftentimes it may take a while for assistance to arrive, I felt all alone.
Then the truck he is chasing suddenly makes a drastic move.
So I'm driving, following. All of a sudden, one door opens, bang, bang, bang. That's what I was expecting at that moment. I thought this guy's gonna come back and he's gonna shoot me.
He thought all of that, but still didn't change what he was doing.
Worst case scenario, all three of these men were gonna get out of that car and come after me. The number one thing was to make sure that they could not get inside of my vehicle.
But instead of coming after him, the man bolts out of sight.
The suspect got out, and the other guys that were in the vehicle continued on. So the suspect looks like he's going to be running westbound back towards Town Avenue.
Drew, where are you? Where is the suspect vehicle? Is it parked? What does the person look like?
Where is he running? And where are the other two men in the truck headed now?
Where's the driver?
The driver took off.
They could have kicked him out as a way to say, we don't want to go down with you. Or he could have jumped out on his own and said, let me run because I don't want to get caught.
The two men in the truck drive off, so Amos focuses his attention on the man on foot, the one who tried to kill him.
And he is now running westbound, Town and the 60, correct?
Yes. I'm going to follow the guy who actually hit my car and not the suspect vehicle.
That's the guy I gotta go after. I let the car go. My number one concern was stopping the attacker from attacking someone else.
They cut the 911 operator off. I'm pretty sure she told Leviticus not to pursue. Usually that's what they do.
At this moment, I'm seeing this guy run, jump, climb over walls, about to access the freeway, and I'm like, this is gonna be bad. This guy's gonna get away.
The suspect was able to disappear, and he no longer had a visual on him.
With his attacker out of sight, Amos pulls into a nearby parking lot to wait for the police. After he shows them his video of the attack, it doesn't take them long to figure out who is behind it.
Within hours, they fingerprinted my entire car, had enough prints to match whom they believed it was.
The man, 26-year-old Jacob McQuana, has an active warrant for felony vandalism.
My attacker was known to police. Police, along with others in the community, worked day and night to find him.
Our undercover task force officers were relentless to solve the crime.
The video Amos took is posted on social media and quickly goes viral. Most people applaud him, but a few warn him that he should have minded his own business.
I'm being told by people, you're a snitch, you're this, you're that. You can't be doing that. That's dangerous.
The ordeal leaves Amos and his family on edge.
I was concerned every single day. I brought in family and friends to walk with me, go to the barber shop with me, to go out with me and eat, because I still had to live. And I wasn't gonna let this one attack keep me from enjoying the beauty of my community.
Dude, you put yourself in that situation. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, be aware and try to help the community and everything, but you took that above and beyond. Like, man, I feel like, and I'm not talking about no snitches get stitches type of thing or nothing like that. I just think that you're a civilian for one, so you snitching ain't like it's that big of a deal. That's what civilians are supposed to do. But when you put yourself in jeopardy and you have a family that loves you, maybe a wife, maybe some kids, or maybe you want to have kids, or you have, older relatives, or, even younger relatives that might not be living the way they should. You got people that are dependent on you and love you. You putting yourself in a situation and you don't even know what they doing. It could just be them dumping stuff, but now they feel like you're antagonizing them and they got to retaliate type of thing. If that makes sense to y'all.
Let this one attack keep me from enjoying the beauty of my community that I do love.
He actually became a little more attached. Everywhere I went, he wanted to go. And everywhere we went, his eyes are on everything and everybody more than usual. When I saw the video, there were a lot of emotions going on. I felt anger. I was angry at Amos first. Because to me, we're newly engaged. We plan to have a family together. So I'm thinking, come home. Like, don't put yourself in the position to be hurt and not come home to your family. But then the emotions of being proud.
And he seemed like a good dude. I'm not like knocking him in that kind of way. He seems like he's a real good dude that wants the best outcome. Being good ain't always, the thing that's going to have you coming home to your loved ones. You should put them in front of whatever situation that was going on with them other dudes.
Proud flooded in. I'm very proud, yet still edgy. Because he has such a big heart, and I don't want his heart to get in the way of his safety.
But Amos is determined to keep speaking out about the incident.
I and so many others will not allow our community to be degraded by any criminal.
Amos wanted to make a difference. He risked his vehicle, he risked his life.
And him going on the news and study talking about that, Now all of the people that were involved in that situation know exactly what Cornelius looks like. So that's even further putting him in jeopardy after the whole situation is over with.
To stop dumping in the city of Pomona. Everybody wants to clean up their communities. They want to make them safer.
And on August 21st, after almost 2 weeks of hiding from the police, Jacob Makwana turns himself in.
In the end, the pressure just became too much where he couldn't escape anymore.
Makwana is charged with assault with a deadly weapon.
Couldn't escape anymore.
Look at this dude. See, in this situation, this picture, he looks a little more normal. But even with him looking normal, it seems like something's missing. His eyes are too close together, and he kind of look like a gecko. Feel like he gonna try to sell me some car insurance or something.
Makwana is charged with assault with a deadly weapon, felony vandalism, and throwing an object at a moving vehicle with intent to cause great bodily injury.
He was sentenced to 1 year in state prison. He served half time and was released early.
While Amos is uneasy knowing his attacker is back on the streets, he knows he did the right thing.
We need to stop senseless attacks like this from taking place. The buck stops here. It's about being a good neighbor.
I feel, dude, but then at the end of the day, what he was following them for, the reason that he was videoing and that he put himself in jeopardy, dude wasn't even charged with that. So you put yourself in a situation where the only crime that the state knows about him committing is attacking you. Again, I can tell that dude is a good guy. I can just see that in him. But again, look how just crazy in love his fiance is. You put yourself in a situation where you might not have got to see her smile again. All right. Y'all see the 2 videos right there. I'm gonna keep telling y'all, click on them videos, watch the other videos. They're going to take you somewhere. Click on that. They're going to take you somewhere. Let's get this rabbit hole going. We need about 6-7 hours a day from y'all. All right. Y'all like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. Click on those videos. Watch some more. 3 Stacks out.